Hi everyone. I'm back. Maybe I just decided to do a video because I haven't done one in such a long period of time, and I've been doing car booting. I still go car booting, and I pick up stuff all the time. And some weeks are better than others. That's just how car booting is. If you're used to car booting, you know exactly what I'm saying. Some weekends I go down to the one that's local to me and I get nothing. And every now and again you get some good stuff. Like last weekend was some good stuff. I picked up a few Transformers and a few bits and bobs and some action figures, and it was a good weekend. But every now and again something really really freakily weird happens, and if you're a booter, like a true booter, then you'll get what I mean by that. That you'll come across some things that just you kind of can't explain. You kind of think, I've got to buy that. I've got to buy it. I'm gonna start this off in a way that you understand where I'm coming from on this, because I hated Power Rangers when I was. It was not my thing. It was not my era. I started work in the early 90s, and so Power Rangers came out in 1993, and I remember it coming on the TV and fucking hating it. I thought it was absolute dog shit. The fact that you've got like people who just talk by moving their hands around like all this all the time, and I didn't like that. And it was just all filler right up to the end bit where you had like the bit that were clearly made in Japan, which was like martial arts experts and stuff flying about and big great big monsters fighting great big mech suits and all that kind of stuff. That bit was all right, but the rest of it before it was absolutely bloody awful. And I've never ever embraced it. I've never thought it were any good. But the toys, I do like the toys. There's something about, I mean, they're made by Bandai. Bandai did good stuff, really, really well made stuff for long periods of time. And now, obviously, it's been taken over by Hasbro and they do all like this legacy stuff, and it's essentially like a modern day version of those kind of things. But every now and again, I've seen a few like Power Rangers stuff that's on the car boots and flea markets and stuff like that. And the trouble is they come apart. And if you've got toys that are over 30-year old and things like that, they have a tendency to come apart and you just lose stuff. And you pick up stuff and it's just got bits missing and it just doesn't look any good. And on my shelf, I have actually had one one Megazord kind of thing that I've had there for a while that's got some nice die cast and it's a nice toy. And I keep it on there because it's a well-built piece of kit and I like it. But I've never come across anything that's decent before when it comes to the Power Rangers. Now then, this morning I went down to the car boot sale, the one that's closest to me, which is at Chesterfield Football Club. And I was wandering around and I picked up some bits, picked up some games, a few figures, bits and bobs. Nothing special. Spent a couple of quid, something like that. And I walked past this guy. And my daughter is doing A-levels starting very soon, and she's doing sociology. He had a load of books on his thing that was to do with sociology that came from his, I can't remember where. Anyway, because that's totally nothing to do with this. I noticed there were a big tub at the back, and it was full of Megazord bits, all chunks, all bits, all covered in muck, dust, all sorts of things. And I'm looking at it thinking, is it worth it? Is it worth me picking that up? Because there were a few figures in there, and I not asked him. I will rum and on him because if I'm going to commit to this thing, I'm going to commit, and it's never going to be an expensive thing. Most of the time on car boot sales, you tend to find that people just want to get rid of stuff. And he said to me, "Oh, it was my kids, and then my grandkids played with it, and now they're not interested in it, so I'm getting rid of it." Okay. How much did you want for the lot then? And he said £15. I just went, okay, £15. I I think that's reasonable. It's worth it for a punt. It's worth it for just to risk it for a biscuit and pick it up, just in case there's something half decent in there. Because you never know, there might be one bit in there that's all right. You can kind of find some spares that you can sell on and stuff like that. And even some like battery covers and things like that can be quite expensive. You're talking in region for the vintage ones, over 30-year-old, you're talking like maybe 20 quid for a battery cover, something like that on eBay. So I picked up this big box, big old blue box, about this big, like that, full to the brim with toys. Got them home, started unpacking it, and then realised I'd hit gold, absolute gold. So, what did I get? What did I buy? You may be asking. Right, let's start with like the little figures. So this one is Goldar. Goldar is it's got the wrong actual weapon. All I did was found there was lots and lots of different weapons into the thing, so I just gave him a weapon for now. Give him a clean up, and that's the original vintage 1993 version. And he's rather nice. Not great articulation, not fantastic, but it is what it is. Also in there, bad guy wise, was a guy called Goofish. Goofish also came with his actual weapon, which was in the bottom of the tub. Gave him a clean up. He's in pretty decent nick. Not bad. Now here's the good stuff, because that's just a little taster. Starting with Shuttlezord. Shuttlezord. As you can hear, Shuttlezord's electronics still work. Shuttlezord transforms into a giant bloody turtle type thing. Let's transform him, shall we? So you pull out his neck like this, switch his little head around like so, you put his gun around like that, you turn his feet around like so, and that is Shuttlezord. Shuttlezord, something like that. Sticker's got a little bit of wear, but apart from that, pretty damn good. Pretty good. And that is a lot of plastic. That's bigger than my head, and I've got a massive head. I mean, this thing's humongous. Absolutely massive. Still got the battery cover on the back, still got the batteries in it that make it work, still the electronics still working. Happy days. I'm going to put that down here somewhere. Okay, next on the list is Red Dragon Zord. This came in about 1,001 pieces. Now this has got a big bit missing, which is a chest piece that fits on there that's like some kind of lion thing, something like that. But it's got all the original labels, they're all in pretty good condition. It has the helmet, the sword, the holster, all that kind of thing. Is it holster? Is that the word for a sword? Sheath. That's the word, not holster. Comes with all the little tiny Megazord things that go onto it. And these all also plug into different Megazords and create lots of different variations and all those kind of things. Oh, yes. Lovely. It's got like a kind of a red... like kind of a red dragon kind of thing going on. Really nice. Really nice. Next up we have White Tiger Zord. White Tiger Zord comes with his sword and has the lights and thingies still work on him. Thank you. And also it does that. This thing also transforms into a tiger. The transformations are relatively straightforward on them, so it don't take me long to do them for you. So I will do that now. Put that down like so. that. No, that comes out. Oh, simple transformation, and it's flummoxed me straight away. There we go, that's better. So that goes onto there like that. It comes out like so. There we go. And then his tail goes in as his, the sword goes in as his tail. Happy days. I love that. That's amazing. And to say it's such an old, it's an old piece of kit. Goes together really, really well still. All the chrome on the side and the bulb things. These kids, whoever they were, they really, really looked after these toys. Most kids, when they had these kind of things, used to throw them at the wall. But these have held the test of time. Really, really good condition. Really, really great toy. Really happy with that. Put that back down there. Next up is my favourite one in the entire thing. In fact, no, I'm going to save him till last. I'm going to save him till last because it's a thing to behold. We have Dragonzord. Dragonzord also transforms into a kind of weird robot thing, and it can combine with lots and lots of different Power Ranger things. This guy has got some corrosion that's happened in the battery compartment. I'm going to give it a clean out and give it a bit of a fettle to see if I can get the thing working again. It doesn't look like there's any corrosion damage on it. It just looks like a battery's leaked in there. But the chrome on it is still in good condition, still rather nice. The tail section, even though it's got a little broken thing, I've still actually got the tail section knocking about somewhere, and I can fix that and put it all back together. Some of the things that people said will used to break on him were like these little tiny sections. That's still in working order. The fin's still in working order. Everything's still in good condition. Chrome on the front has worn away. It was gold, to be expected. Again, 1990, whatever it is. It's a very, very early era former. It's very nice, very, very nice. The penultimate one is a Megazord, which unfortunately his arm's broken off. But I've had a little look, and all I need to do is get a little bit of a screw and a little bush section onto it, and I can fix that and actually bring that back to life. Comes with his fists still, which is good. Action on it works really, really well. So yeah, it's really, really good. Impressed. Also, in the box were tons and tons and tons of accessories from lots and lots of different Power Rangers things. All vintage figures, all the original type ones, including some kind of weird sled thing that goes on it with a little weird handle that so you can put them all on and make them all go in one particular direction. But the best one, and when I found his I found out his name, I'm thinking, yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Titanus. 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 And as far as I'm aware, this thing is complete. It has the chain on it, which disappears all the time. It has the tail section still attached. It has the claw section still attached. The chest section still attached. All the parts that are there. The battery section is as clean as a whistle. I haven't put batteries in it because it's C batteries, and I haven't got any C batteries. But when I do get some C batteries, I'm gonna put it in there. And apparently this thing goes like the clappers, which I want to see, because everybody wants to see Titanus go really, really, really fast. This thing's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, a massive thing, and it's kind of made me want to have them. I was thinking, do I buy them and then flog them, or do I buy them and store them and put them on my shelf somewhere? And I think I'm going to keep them because I like them, and I think they're going to look fabulous on my main shelf. And what I'm going to get a shelf up there, reinforce it with some with a little bit of a bracket underneath it, and I'm gonna get some Power Rangers on there. So didn't mean to prattle on as much as I did, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I haven't, like I say, I haven't done one in ages. But every now and again, something weird happens where you come across things like for instance, like just the other day, I went on to a car boot and I picked up a Studio Series Prime for 50p. 50p, which I was really chuffed with. And there's loads and loads of other things that I find, but I just not felt the need to make videos about them. And then I saw Declan made a video about TF Nation, which I attended a few weeks ago, and he mentioned me, and I thought I really should make a video. And Jason TFR Wilderness, he mentioned me in a video as well when because I gave him this horrendous KO Transformer, Korean Transformer, and I intentionally took it to TF Nation because I wanted to give it him just so he'd have to review. And he did, which is brilliant. So yeah, maybe I'll get back into it. Maybe I could start doing it again. I still love the toys. I still have the passion for it. I'm not as clued up as a lot of people are. I sometimes feel like a bit of a tourist, but I still love the fandom, and I've got good friends through it. So I may make more videos. I'm not sure yet. But for now, I'll see you later.